Vigits, yo, what's up, guys? What is going on? Welcome back. Hope y'all are doing well. Germany versus Hungary. It wasn't that easy. It was a little bit harder. It wasn't as easy as the Scotland game, that's for sure. Germany, they need to work. They need to work a lot. In this game, I saw that they were having it. They were having a hard time. They were having a hard time. I don't think they struggled as much, but had it not been for that goal that for some reason the ref didn't call it. Look, as far as fouls go, if we're going by all the fouls that we see in club teams in every tournament that's been going on ever since VAR came out, that's a foul, especially in the 6 yard box. How could that not be a foul? He nudged him. Yeah, it was a slight nudge, but he nudged him nonetheless. That should have been given a foul. Absolutely. That shouldn't have counted as a goal. But had it not been for that, and they were riding on that until the second goal, Germany they were gonna draw this game. Potentially even could have lost this game because Hungary did have their chances. They had 3, 4 chances to be able to score. And luckily they didn't, just because they weren't able to finish. But Germany found it really hard to break between those lines and try to find any channel, because Hungary did a really good job at just closing them down. They had no chance, no opportunity to be able to get through. They did here and there with Musiala, when there was Musiala, Gundogan, and Havertz combining. Yeah, they did with Wirtz as well. They had some chances, but they were far in between. There weren't that many, and they weren't clear chances. They just got through the line, and there was a shot in the second half. I think it was Fulkrug, two shots, if I'm not mistaken, and that was it. That was it. And by then, they were tired. Hungary was just tired, and then they made all those subs, right? And even then, after they made all those subs, Sane had an opportunity with Emre Can making a beautiful run, gives it to Sane. And Sane, dude, I wish you could get on the same wagon, the same train that Musiala's on, and ends up giving a very poor pass. I don't know when this guy's going to get better, when he's going to wake up. It's probably not going to happen. Very unfortunate, because he's got speed, he's got strength, stamina. It's just poor decision making. Like, something's blocking him from being this really, really important player for Germany, just like Musiala is. And as for Musiala, like, Germany's kind of heavily dependent on Musiala, because he was the only one to break through the lines, the only one to cause any real threat. After that, like, who else? Wirtz wasn't plugged in today. He just wasn't plugged in today, and he was very bad when Hungary was coming out and marking. I get that he's a free player. He's playing, when they're playing defensively, but defensively, my God, dude, like, and you could see Gundogan tell him, like, Mark, over here, go over here. Why aren't you over here? Just very poor from him, like, disorganized as far as Wirtz go. The other one that was kind of, having not the best of nights, and it started right from the beginning, Kimmich Kimmich with the Ta with the clearance ends up going to Kimmich, and Kimmich just, I don't know, just underestimates the forward and gets caught off and gets the ball stolen. Thank God for Neuer. And he had errors like that here and there. There was one perfect example when Hungary were making the transition, and you had 3 players that were covering one guy that was trying to come out from Hungary, and Kimmich, I'm pretty sure it was Kimmich, maybe it was Mittelstadt, but I'm pretty sure it was Kimmich, relying on them to take the ball away from him. He ends up getting the ball over the shoulder of Kimmich or Mittelstadt, and this guy ends up driving it down the line, passes it to Sloboslai, and that was one of the opportunities that Hungary had to be able to score. And luckily it came to his left. Really good shot though, Neuer with the block, but my guy, you got to do a lot better than that. Mittelstadt, if it was Mittelstadt, then that's fine, because I thought he had a really good game. He had an assist, to Gundogan, and but Gundogan is another one that I don't like that he's playing up front. Like, he barely had any participation in this game, and anytime he did was when he would fall back, and receive the ball. I thought there'd be like this understanding between him and Toni Kroos, but there isn't any. Now, he was responsible for the pass for Musiala in the first goal, and then sweet goal. You saw how he scored that goal. It was so simple. It was a City goal. It was just like the goals that he scores at City, right? And those aren't easy goals to score. That angle, not easy. And if I'm not mistaken, he's right-footed. He did that with his left, like it was nothing, right? Like it was nothing. So, yeah, just wish he would have been more involved in the game. Not to say that he had a bad game, but just didn't participate as much. Havertz, unfortunately, didn't get the ball as much. And anytime he did, I thought it was going to be Kroos that would have been, over the shoulder of the defenders, the Hungary defenders, feeding him. But it wasn't him. It was Rudiger. I don't know. There's a really good understanding there. Like, there's this untapped understanding, because it was like 3-4 balls from Rudiger. Awesome balls, like over the shoulder of the defenders. And had it not been for Rudiger, Havertz, another one, would have been absent in this game. Everybody else, like Fulkrug came in. I thought he did okay. Emery Chan came in. He was pretty solid. Sane wasn't. He was the only one. As for Hungary, the chances that they had, the one that I mentioned, the mistake either from Kimmich or Middlested, and the free kick. That was such a good taken free kick by Soboslai. Really, really good. Obviously, CR7 inspired, and you can't really appreciate it until you see the camera from the back. And he's pretty much scooping it out. Had it not been for that long reach, that would have been a sensational free kick goal. And then he scurries back up, and then I think he kicks it out because the ball landed right in front of him. So Hungary had that chance, and then they had the chance with Varga with a header. Really good center. I think it was Skalai that ended up sending the ball, if I'm not mistaken. And then I think there was one more. Oh, the free kick from Soboslai. Another free kick, really well taken. The flick, and I believe Neuer blocked it. And then that's what I mean. Like today, Germany's defense was off. That's the only thing for Germany. The rest, Wirtz is gonna have a good game. Gundogan's gonna have a good game. He's gonna respond. He's gonna come back. He's gonna play better because he has the faculties. As does Wirtz, both of them. But the back was a little bit lazy. It was just weird. Like there's no understanding or just underestimating their opponent. I don't know what was going on. But this guy was coming from the back all by himself and ended up getting the header. And luckily it was an offside. Luckily that was an offside. And there was another chance in the second half as well with Neuer not coming out and not grabbing on the ball. Like the ball lets loose, and then I don't know who it was that ends up. I think it was Adam that came in. Maybe it was the the sub that came in. And luckily Kimmich, of all people, ends up blocking. So it wasn't the easiest match for Germany. They did struggle somewhat. But again, every match is different. Who knows when they play against, England, if they get to play against these teams, England, France, Italy, Spain, it might be different. But I don't know. There's something about Germany that just doesn't convince me watching them play this way. Cruz was great, but they're heavily dependent on someone like Musiala, and some like England. They're not heavily dependent on Kane or Saka, or they got plenty of people that they could depend on. Foden, obviously, they haven't been having their best matches. They only played one match. The only one out of the three that I mentioned, Saka, of all people. Second half wasn't that good when he played, but Germany, I don't think they have that many options there. If Musiala's having an off day, well, what are they gonna do? Who's gonna step up? Sane? Like who? Wirtz? I mean, could be. Yeah, sure. Perhaps, maybe. Fulkrug? Gundogan? I hope so, but I didn't see much of Gundogan, So, yeah. So, anyways, that's all I want to talk about. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you guys soon. Tschüss.